Yo, what's up, everybody? DfsDudes here to give you my GPP Core Plays for October 26th. It's a Friday. 7 games on the agenda tonight, the docket, the slate, whatever you want to call it, for the association. So before we get into the video, click the subscribe button below if you have not done so already. Go ahead and give us a like. That helps us out a bunch. And hit that notification button and enable all. This way you do not miss any of our NBA, NFL, MLB, or NHL content that we've been rolling out on a daily basis for you. I'm going to do 2 more days of my core plays here. Today's going to be a very interesting core play video as we get into it. Like always, we'll review last night's core. Before we do that, though, I am still rolling this contest. I'm going to roll it every day we'll roll this every day. You know what? We'll just say this. Until we reach our goal, we'll roll it every single day. 25 likes on the video, VIP membership, full access to the website, including cash game lineups, optimizer, player pool, player rankings, articles, news, etc. $59.99 value. I will give that away for free if you guys get this to 25 likes on the video. Do what you got to do. We appreciate the shares. If you can share it on social media as well, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. 25 likes, VIP membership. Let's get into last night's core. You can see right here, Jamal Murray, 38.5 at $6,800. Very solid play last night. This guy's very active. I'm not sure how many of you guys watched the game last night, but Jamal Murray looks like a star, an emerging star in the league. This guy's he gets you rebounds. He can dish the ball, plays a pick and roll game with Jokic extremely well, and then he can knock down shots. He's great dribble drive. He's a great creator. He has no problem getting his own shot when he wants it. 38.5 from him. Gary Harris, very disappointing night. It just didn't look like there was touches. The other thing for me in this one, if I would have had some kind of an indicator that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was going to play the amount of minutes he was going to play last night and defend Gary Harris, I probably would have moved off this pick and punted it, to be honest with you. But that's what happened. Gary Harris, he just didn't have a great night. Knocked down a couple of threes, had a couple of buckets, got a block. He was, for the longest time last night, as you can see, 23.1 in our core. His score didn't even count because Mohamed Bamba, another piece of our core, played extremely well. Bamba is a guy, just for future reference, keep watching this kid because the more he plays and the further we get into the season, 1.4% owned last night, gets us 5x, which would have been perfect for cash game value. But listen, this guy's really good. It's going to be a minutes thing for him. How many minutes he can get in a game. And if he continues to be a point per minute guy, he will be a premier pump play if that price stays in the $4,000 range. So he was the third piece. Larry Nance Jr., he was the fourth piece. 4,800 gets us 34.7 fantasy points. This guy, this was a no-brainer last night in the matchup. No Kevin Love. Larry Nance was going to see a full complement of minutes. When he was with the Lakers, we saw how explosive this guy was. He was like Kyle Kuzma before Kyle Kuzma. And then Jokic. Jokic was 50% owned in this tournament. He was a guy you really had to have in your lineup if you were going to cash. He just, he underwhelmed as well. Got into some foul trouble, and he just didn't play real well in that one at only 41.7, just about 4x. So, I filled this lineup in. Lillard was a guy that I was playing no matter what yesterday. I just didn't know if he was a core piece because of how much I liked the Denver game, the Denver Laker game. Jamal Murray was really the lock there for me. I wanted to have exposure to other guys at the point guard position with Murray. Terrence Ross was another guy I really liked a lot yesterday. He's kind of in this on again, off again type pattern. If you look at his minutes, it's like he's playing 28, then the next game he'll play 19, then he'll play 28, then he'll play 19. So I was betting on him getting the 28, 29 minutes last night. Terrence Ross is a great shooter. His problem has always been staying healthy. Jonathan Isaac, another guy that's really cheap right now at 5,500. This guy's got double-double upside. Paired him in there. And then Kuzma was really a no-brainer last night as well on that slate for me. Very explosive player. So 291.70, the winning lineup over here on your right-hand side. You can see Monte Morris was really the X factor in this one. We're probably one switch out here from being in contention to take down a tournament. You know, we switch out Monte Morris, don't punt with Bamba. We're right there in contention to take down a tournament. So solid core last night on the short slate. Let's get into tonight's Chalk City slate. You know, I'm not going to plug Chris Paul into this spot like many people will tonight. Chris Paul's an absolute perfect play. He's a great play tonight. He's going to be chalky. Everybody's going to play Chris Paul in this slate. I don't mind if you play Chris Paul. You can even do some things this core when we get done if you want in additional lineups and include Chris Paul to it if you'd like to. But where I'm going to go first is I'm going to go with Elfrid Payton. I think Elfrid Payton's going to be under-owned tonight. 7,400 against Brooklyn. Very fair price for what he's been doing. I like this guy a lot. I think he's a contrarian pick. You can still get exposure to the chalk in Houston, which I'm going to do at the shooting guard position. I'm going to get exposure to Eric Gordon here. Eric Gordon, 38% usage rate without James Harden or Chris Paul on the court. Expect him to handle the ball at the point guard position tonight without Chris Paul and James Harden on the floor. Obviously, Chris Paul coming back from the suspension, James Harden out for injury. Eric Gordon will get run tonight without either one of them on the court. So, you know, 6,500, he's a premier play tonight. Will be extremely chalky. He's going to be a core piece. I'm going to pair him up with Gerald Green. Another no-brain play right here. This is really a free square today. Gerald Green will be very high owned in cash, and I expect him to be at least 20% owned on the 7-game slate in tournaments tonight. Gerald Green at 3,700. We've seen in years past in this same exact opportunity where he has 40 fantasy point upside. If the guy gets hot and starts knocking down threes, look out for Gerald Green. He could easily produce 10x tonight. So this is to me, he's a lot safer in tournaments because of the volatility than he is in cash, but he'll be so high owned in cash tonight that he makes him a free square. I think he'll be that popular. Moving on to the power forward position, I'm going back to the well, man. Look, for tournaments, for me, I kind of have a rule I live by. If I'm on a guy for a certain reason and those reasons continue to play out and he doesn't deliver, I'm going to keep rolling him out. I'm not going to miss when he does go off and he does break value. So I'm going with Wendell Carter tonight. No Bobby Portis. No Bobby Portis means more minutes for both Jabari Parker, who's a good play at small forward tonight, and Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. has not shot the basketball well. He's improved in each category. Here's another opportunity against Charlotte. Just played him, familiar opponent. They don't have a center. They've got Cody Zeller. They've got Willie Hernan-Gomez. They've got Marvin Williams, a power forward. Frank Kaminsky, a power forward. They got perimeter players other than Zeller who will get in there and bang a little bit. I'm going back to the well with Wendell Carter. Sooner or later, he's going to go off. I'm playing him for the right reasons. The why is there. The opportunity is there. Good young player going against a weak front court. I'm going to go back to the well again with Wendell Carter Jr. here in this spot at 6,000. The center position for me is tough tonight. You can go – I'm debating on really 3 spots, right? So for tournaments, I'll have this 3 different ways. I will have exposure to Clint Capella. $8,100 against the Clippers. The Clippers don't have a center either. Boban Marjanovic is not a starting center in the NBA. The guy is a fantasy production monster, though. But in real life, he's not a great starting NBA center. And then they've got Marcin Gortat, whose price has gone all the way down to $3,700. We've seen this guy at times be a $7,000 center in the past when he was with Washington. So I'm gonna get exposure to Capella. Capella is not the piece I'm going to add in here. There's a lot of news that we're waiting to hear on in Minnesota, and that's going to dictate some of my builds. I will just tell you that right now. But Karl Anthony Towns at $8,500 is too cheap. This guy is a $10,000 to $11,000 player. He needs to pull his panties up like Charles Barkley and Shaq said last night and go play basketball. There's injury news here as well. Jimmy Butler woke up with the flu. He's a game-time decision. And Andrew Wiggins plans on warming up. He's a 50-50 chance to play. If neither one of those guys play, then I like Towns even more than I like him right now. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is a borderline play for me right now, if Butler doesn't play, I'm locking in Giannis and I'm pairing him with Towns, and I will fill out my lineup with a couple of other good value plays that I mentioned on the video last night. Guys like Austin Rivers, tremendous value play today. It looks like Bradley Beal missed the morning shoot-around with a sternum injury. him and Kelly Oubre become really good plays if Bradley Beal doesn't play. So you could add both those guys to a lineup at shooting guard and small forward number 2. Or, you could stick with Gerald Green and you can load Giannis in that lineup with Austin Rivers. Point guard value, you've got J.J. Barea. And then with this injury news in Minnesota, if both Butler and Wiggins don't play, then Derrick Rose's price is really cheap for the amount of minutes he will get tonight in this one if both those guys don't play. $4,800. We've seen him exceed value already this year. So, yeah, I mean, this is where I'm at, right? We're waiting a little bit of injury news, but this is the core for me tonight. I'm going contrarian to point guard. You could still move up to Chris Paul. There are places where you could get cute here and add some really solid plays. Austin Rivers I like even if Beal doesn't play because of the likelihood this game could blow out with Beal. He's 3,600. You could add him in there. You could definitely get up to Chris Paul then. There's some good mid-value plays, mid-tier plays at small forward. And then, there's some really good value in mid-tier plays here at power forward as well if you don't want to go all the way up to Anthony Davis. That's where I'm at. I could see this flip a little bit with Karl Anthony Towns. You could move it to Capella. I may do that, so I'm giving you a heads up on that. But as of right now, with the news we have right now, this is the core I'm rolling out. I will take any questions you have on this as news breaks. If you want to put comments in the comment section below, I will respond to them. Get the video to 25 likes. Simply click the subscribe button, the like button, drop your name in the comment box. If you drop your name in the comment box, you're not subscribed to the channel, we will not give a membership away to you. You will not be a winner if we get 25 likes. So make sure you do all 3. Subscribe, like, enable your notifications, and drop your name in the comment box. VIP membership if we get 25 likes. I will be back tomorrow. We'll review this core and give you our Gpp Core Plays for one last day for free tomorrow. After that, it'll be in the members only section on the website. Take care, guys. Good luck. Keep it cash, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.